rock counter here. So we're up just north of Coldwater today, and we're going to explore some of the rock cuts up here. I'm from the Barrie area, and I'd really love to find somewhere a little bit closer to home that I can scoot up, 45 minutes away and do a little hounding. So the first spot that we're going to go is one that has been well known now for the last couple of years. There's a bunch of double terminated quartz crystals found there, but from what I understand, it's pretty picked over and really kind of chopped up right now from all the people going in there with the rock hammers and digging around. So we'll go there first just to see what it looks like, and then we'll head a little farther down White Falls Road. There's a ton of rock cuts in the area, and I heard rumor that there has been a little bit found in that area, so we'll go and give it a look. So you can see here there's a nice quartz vein that goes through the rock. It's been heavily dug through at this point. Lots of spots you can see where people have been chipping at the rock and trying to get at stuff that's underneath. And we'll go a little farther down the road. From what I understand, it's even more beat up down there. Another spot a little bit farther down, you can see that people have really been digging in here, trying to look for those quartz crystals that a few people have been pulling out of here. It's a really nice quartz vein. It goes right through all the way and then back up again and all the way down this cliff. So there's definitely lots for people to pick through. This one here has had pretty significant digging going in there. It might be hard to tell from the camera just how deep that hole is, but they've gone in a good 1.5 feet probably into that seam that's running down through there. Not sure exactly what this green mineral is. Definitely has some crystallization when you zoom in on that. Everything is kind of like epidote to me when I see green and crystals, but it seems a little lighter than the stuff I found. So that's kind of a cool sign for this area, that there's some other mineralization other than just some quartz in here. A little bit of chalcopyrite down here, giving us a nice little goldy shine. Alright, so definitely finding some evidence of epidote here. That's a really cool part. It's got some nice feldspars and quartz in here. But we definitely have some epidote going there. Pretty cool. One of the big rocks here in the rock face. It's pretty cool. Has a nice, very visible line going through it of epidote. Wish I had steadier hands for you. All right, so this rock is just filled with epidote. Little bands running all through this piece right here, and lots out on the surface. Okay, so we found this great big rock here, and it's just full of epidote, which I love. You can see the crystals kind of glinting a little bit on this surface and this surface, but really cool is the banding that you can see going through here. Let's get a little close up here of that. Looks amazing. And then it goes right into the rocks beside it here as well. That's a cool little piece. Imagine if you were able to get that out of the rock, that would be a cool little chunk there with that quartz and feldspar around it. And around the bottom we're going to start rooting through, but there's some pretty cool chunks here with the epidote down below. So we're gonna see what we can find here and break out a couple tools and start getting dirty here. All right, so I'm gonna get into this cliff a little bit now, just with a little bit of a pry bar here. A lot of this section here with the Really cool coloration around it with the granites and the epidote. It's very loose around here, so I'm going to try to pop a couple off and see if there's any neat crystals behind. Alright, so I think we'll start up here at the top. This stuff is pretty loose. Definitely got some banding going through here, but nothing extraordinary yet. I really love when the feldspar and quartz make bigger crystals like that. It's not too common in this area. It's more of a granite than a pegmatite usually around here, but looks pretty cool. All right, I'm interested in this piece here. Wow. Look at that cool little vein. That's pretty neat. If you see behind it, I'm not going to touch this. This is right in the rock here. I'd never get that out in a cool form, but that's really neat. That's pretty cool. No big crystallizations of the epidote, but definitely some nice crystals of the quartz in there. That's a neat little piece. Alright, so I couldn't resist going in and having a look at that, and that's just incredible. I'll get our camera person here, my daughter, to get a zoom in on this stuff up here. It's pretty cool. Again, it kind of looks like a sawtooth calcite kind of thing. So if anyone has any idea what this stuff here is, I'd love to hear about it. It's pretty cool. I left my hammer on here just so you can get a little bit of a scale of what this piece is like. But just little bits of epidote all the way up this huge thing. All over from side to side. Really cool thing. I'm going to root around in here again for a little bit and see what we can find. So finding epidote crystals that are fairly large is quite uncommon in Ontario. We have lots of epidote around, but it's usually very, very fine. Right in here, this seam looks a little bit bigger, and this piece looks like it. I can pop that off. So I'm going to give that a go and see if I can see what the crystals are like behind this piece. So brought out the chisel and bigger hammer, and we'll see if we can get under there. All right, it's definitely separating more. Let's see if I can get it to move at all now. A little bit of movement on this end. There we go. Let's see if there's any treasures behind here. So let's bring you in here for a closer look. Definitely not the great big crystals I'm looking for, but still pretty cool piece. You can see down here, it's really dirty down through here. There's a little bit under there as well, but the main vein seems to be going right through here. Pretty decent sized crystals, possibly some hornblende in there as well. Here's another nice vein right beside it that I've uncovered. Pretty cool. Try to get it close up in here. Alright, so this is what people are after over here. You can see the amazing quartz going through here, and it's working hard to become some nice crystals over there. And then they found a really nice, can't remember what they call it, voles, vugs, something like that, down here, full of crystals, and they've gone in quite a ways. So I'll take the camera here in a second and try to get as far in there as I can and show you what's going on in the hole. All right, so someone a lot more interested in quartz crystal than I am has been down in here digging away, and it's pretty neat, I gotta give you that, but I don't think I'd be crawling head first down into that hole to get some crystal out of there. But that's what this area is known for, is for these little cave-like structures and the crystals that form inside of them. There are still lots of cuts people are making in the forest behind the cliffs here at Coldwater, and still lots of really nice pieces people are taking out of here. We've done a little bit of digging ourselves, and I'll show you some of those crystals that we found later. Nothing spectacular. I've seen some pictures of some crazy stuff people have taken out of here, and fairly recently, but so far we've just found some fairly small pieces. So one thing before we leave the Coldwater cut is I got to show you the cave. I'm not sure how much of this was dug out to reach the quartz inside, but I'm gonna go in and I'll show you a little bit in there. It goes back maybe, I don't know, 20 feet or so. We'll see in a second. All right, here we go down into the cave. This one's not deep enough for there to be any zombies or anything in here, so I'm pretty safe going in, although this feldspar is kind of sharp. All right, so that's the cave. I'm going to turn you off and squiggle in a little bit farther here. All right, so my light isn't the greatest here, but that's the back of the cave. There's a little bit of water down at the bottom, and lots of cool spots where people have been chasing stuff in here. But again, I don't know how much of this they chipped and chased in and how much was originally here. Definitely some of the wall was original, and it looks like some back down there as well. So they might have just opened up into a cave. The occurrence is quite easy to find. Exit the 400 at the White Falls Road and continue past 6 Mile Provincial Park. You'll get to the bridge that goes under the 400, and right there you'll find Lake Drive. The occurrence is right up and down Lake Drive and on both sides of the road. On the right side, or the Baxter Lake side, please be aware that it is private property and respect the landowner's rights there. Hey fellow rock hounders, thanks for joining me today exploring this location just north of Coldwater, Ontario. I'm excited to have another place that's a little bit closer to Barrie to get out to. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and subscribing. And always, I hope you get the chance to get out there and get dirty soon.
Let's get dirty.